Hi, this is Sarah.
And Charlsi, and we run the Living Well Group at the Boulevard Company. And we are back this week talking about why your home is not selling this summer.
Not 2020 to 2022.
Yeah, we all got used to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, multiple offers. Like you didn't have to do anything and your house would sell. I mean,
No.
you could list it at some crazy, like any house could sell at any time, quickly and easily. It's just not that way anymore, but it's not a bad thing. We're just normalizing, just like we talked about last week. If you look at the data, it has all the patterns, it has all the expectations that you should be setting for yourself and your sellers. How do you stack up to the data and maybe rewind your neighborhood to the data in 2019? What did that look like? That's probably a more accurate picture of the length of time that it might take to sell your house this year.
Number one thing is making sure your home is not overpriced.
Right. That is the first layer of making sure your home gets sold. The price has to be in line with the current comps, not the comps maybe from when you first listed, but what's actually happening now. So make sure you're in tune with that, your agent's in tune with that.
Second key item is preparation. You have got to set your home apart from the rest.
And so preparation is so important. You know, we kind of have this tiered list of things that we run through with our sellers. So the first thing is everything in good working order, right? Do you have an HVAC unit that's struggling to keep the temperature? It's been averaging 95 degrees here in Charleston. When you walk in a home, you want to feel this nice, cool feeling. If it's hot, when a buyer walks in, they're turning right back around these days. So make sure all of your major mechanicals are, in good condition, working order. That would be your first tier. Second tier, how does it look? How does it feel? Paint, hands down. Best ROI you can do. Paint,
landscaping, curb appeal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to drive by and say, oh my gosh, that house has not been taken care of. What's the inside going to look like?
Yeah.
So curb appeal is key.
Yeah. So when we're talking preparation, we want to say everything that buyer sees and touches in that first 30 to 60 seconds needs to be a wow factor. It needs to be in good condition, clean, something maybe eye-catching. Maybe we paint the door a color or change the light or the light fixture on the front
Or
porch.
modern numbers is a simple thing. Very simple. Lowe's, you go and get those modern numbers, pop them up there for what, $30? And it's
Makes
just
a statement.
Yeah,
it
it really does. So
Yeah. Buyers should have high standards right now. Right? There's a lot to choose from. They're paying a premium for these homes. They're paying a premium for the money to borrow to buy these homes.
they have the upper hand.
They've got the upper hand now, and they have higher expectations than they did a few years ago. So,
And as they should.
right.
Another key thing that we always say is you need to make your home available for showings. You can't have these restrictive showing times where an agent can't get in there or a buyer for a week and a half. They're going to pass by your house and not show it because they're on to the next one. So we always encourage our sellers to give us a weekend when we launch their listing to have it totally open with open houses.
Yeah.
We say, hey, go on vacation if you can, or
keep
just
the house pristine, keep it open availability.
and let's get as many eyes on this house as possible.
Yeah, that helps for sure. And also on that note, having an agent that actually answers the phone and returns phone calls is also very important.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times we try to schedule something, or maybe we have a question about something.
That's another key thing too is have a good agent that answers the phone.
Responsive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy
for
peasy.
sure. And then promoting the house. That is something that really is important these days. You can't just have one or two photos on MLS and expect to sell it. And
I ask you why we are still seeing in 2025 cell phone photos.
no, you need professional photos. It makes all the difference.
Cell phone photos.
I can't tell you how excited I am when I walk in a house and I see that the photos were horrible and non-professional and the house is fabulous. I'm like, buyer, we're getting you a deal.
You're scoring a deal that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I think buyers have standards, but I think sellers should also have standards and high
100%.
expectations of their representation.
Agree.
It's really, you need to stand apart these days and set yourself above the competition, or you could be sitting on the market for longer than you want. So,
Yep. Also, video walkthroughs are key.
Yep.
People are buying from out of state. They want to see as much of that house as
A
possible.
floor plan. They want to see the floor plan, right? If they're not here, they want to know, like, okay, how big are the bedrooms? There's certain things that might be important to somebody that they might want to know before they even schedule a showing.
And social media promotion. That's
social
also
media advertising, geo-targeting, figuring out your demographic. There's so many things to do to really push these listings forward and get them in front of the right eyes right now.
that Zillow can't do.
Yeah.
So that's why having a strong agent is key to getting your house sold.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's so many pitfalls when you have an agent that might not be keeping up with technology or with just simple communication, looking at the data on a weekly basis, summarizing it, not just setting something on an automatic seller update, but really going in, diving in, calling the other agents. There's a lot that you can do to really help out sellers. So I think of the 3 things that we talked about: price, preparation, promotion. You got to make sure you're on point with all of those. Lots of peace.
If you need help or guidance, we're happy to help.
We've got all the peace. Call us.